Well, hi there, Gandhi Camp campers. I'm so happy to be with you in this kind of weird way, but it is better than nothing. And I can just picture you because I've been with you so many years. I see you kind of on the floor and standing in the corners and watching the screen and you're going to sing along. Yes, you are. And it's going to feel a little weird at first, but I want to tell you, I have been leading Zoom sing-alongs since COVID shut us all down. And people get used to it. You've probably maybe experienced that too. So I want to just start the program off with a song. And it's a song I learned many years ago, and it is the voice of a young person singing out their questions. And it's amazing that this song was written probably 30 years ago, and it's so right on for right now. I did add one verse at the end to bring it right up to date, because a lot of what I want to share with you today is about youth power in the midst of a planet that is in dire straits, as you know. And I hope to bring you some hope, some courage, some inspiration, and just a good time also. So it's got some hand motions for you and some singing for you. And it's really easy singing because it's just an echo of what I do. For example, the song begins by saying, "Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes." This is the sign for yes in American Sign Language. So what you'll do after I sing that is you will echo back to me just the yes, yes, yes part. I'm asking you, let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. And then you come back with, you're going to hear me. Yes, yes, yes. And you can give me that hand signal. All right, let's try it. My turn. Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. You sing yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. No, I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. I want to hear you say, love is everywhere. Got it? Okay, I hope you made a really great, strong noise there. I'm not in the room to urge you on, so you're going to have to urge yourselves on, which is kind of the theme of what I'm talking about today, is we are it. We are the ones. We can't depend on leaders and magical people to come and save us. We are all going to save ourselves together. All right? So we're going to do that chorus one more time, and then we're going to go through the song. There's verses that I sing, but you'll hear the chorus. You'll know what to do. All right. Here we go. Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Oh, and what you can do now is just give me some finger snaps or some light claps, not too loud because you want to be able to hear me, but we need some rhythm here. Here we go. Some days I'm sad and blue. Some days I'm even mad at you. But if I tell you I feel this way, will you love me anyway? Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Sometimes I feel all alone. I feel like running away from home. But if I go, will you even care? When I come home, will you still be there? Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say love is everywhere. Now sometimes I can't believe my ears. The earth is crying a million tears. But if she's dying, well, we'll all die too. Is there something that I can do? Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Now sometimes I feel a boundless joy. I know we can't save what we've destroyed. I hear our voices joined as one. We have the strength. Oh yes, it will be done. Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. The earth is speaking loud and clear. You're here for a reason. Don't listen to fear. Let love and courage be your light. Let's be the change. We're gonna make things right. Let me hear you say yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Sing it out. Let me hear you say, I know I'm blessed. No, I'm blessed. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Yeah, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, love is everywhere. Let me hear you say, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Well, what a year we've had, huh? What a year and a half we've had. And I think about you and the schooling changes you had to make, the being at home that you had to figure out, that your families had to figure out. It's been a year and a little. And I want to congratulate all of us on getting this far with our good humor intact, our, hearts and minds not completely shattered. Congratulations, parents. Congratulations, students. So I just want to play a little tribute to this year with one really fun song that I wrote while I was starting to do my Zoom concerts. I've been doing Zoom concerts every other week since, a year and a half ago when we got shut down. And say that I started writing songs for the times we were in. And this is one of them. When there was a lot of mask resistance, still going on, vaccine resistance. So I had to make a statement, and here's what I did. And there's a part for you. Every time I go outdoors, I'm gonna wear my mask. Shopping at the grocery store, I'm gonna wear my mask. Now those little I'm gonna wear my mask parts, those are for you. All right, now you're all warmed up with yes, 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 I know you can do this. I'm not there to monitor you. So this is honor system. You are singing. I trust you. So I sing. Every time I go outdoors, you sing. I'm gonna wear my mask. Shopping at the grocery store, I'm gonna wear my mask. I almost can hear you. Walk my dog around the block, I'm gonna wear my mask. I heard you. If my neighbor stops to talk, I'm gonna wear my mask. Here's the chorus. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. It's really not too big an ask, so I'm gonna wear my mask. Sing that with me. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. It's really not too big an ask, so I'm gonna wear my mask. Well, you got it. You're good. I know it. Grandkids visit, but I won't hug. I'm gonna wear my mask. It hurts my heart, but it's an act of love. I'm gonna wear my mask. My aging my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. 'Cause saving lives is where it's at. I'm gonna wear my mask. Now you're getting the hang of it. Keep it up. I just ignore the right-wing chatter. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm out there marching for Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna wear my mask. Till we've got health care for all, I'm gonna wear my mask. Wanna hear ya? Till we tear down every wall, I'm gonna wear my mask. Let's sing it. I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna wear my mask. I don't know how long this will last, but I'm gonna wear my mask. One more. I'm gonna wear my mask. Sing it. I'm gonna wear my mask. Don't tell me it's too big a task. Just put it on. We all gotta wear our masks. That's right. And I wish I'd written a verse about vaccines, but I didn't think of it. So you make up one, all right? I know that vax rhymes with masks, so I know there's a good verse out there somewhere. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for singing. Wow. It's kind of weird because I can't hear you, but I just go on faith that you are right there. Well, my mind is sure on India a lot these days. I mean, COVID being just one thing, but there's actually some really incredible stuff going on in India right now, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. But many of you know that I went to India as part of a world trip that I did 5 years ago. And I was singing with women and children and grassroots organizations, social justice organizations. And I went because I wanted to understand better how people around the world, especially people without a lot of money and without a lot of visible power, government power, were managing to create strong social movements and protests and organizations in their villages that were lifting up women, lifting up girls, lifting up the climate, lifting up, protecting the earth. Very powerful stuff. So off I went. And song was my entry point. That's how I connected with people. Well, what I learned is that a song I grew up singing that is an American-born song is better known in India now than it is in the US. And it is the song from America's civil rights movement, We Shall Overcome, which came out of nonviolent change movements starting with Gandhi. And then Martin Luther King, our civil rights, one of our civil rights heroes, studied from Gandhi, learned from Gandhi, brought his nonviolent tactics back to the US. And this song, which comes out of the singing of enslaved people, way, way before the civil rights movement, became a song that went around the world. So I'm going to show you a video in a minute of children and women and girls from around the world singing it on my trip. But first we're going to sing it together. I think a lot of you know it. I'm actually going to screen share the Hindi words just in case you don't know them. I bet you do, but I'm going to play it safe. And we're going to sing together first in English, which I didn't put on the screen share. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Let's sing it now in Hindi. Give it your all. I know we're going to kind of hurry through this because I want to get to the video, but so we're just going to taste it, feel it for a minute, and then we're going to watch and sing. Hum honge kamyab. Oh, and I have to say, in India and Nepal, they sing it much faster than we do in the US, so I got to get up to speed here. Hum honge kamyab. Hum honge kamyab. Hum honge kamyab. Ek din. Oh, man mein hai vishwas. Pura hai vishwas. Hum honge kamyab. Ek din. All right. You're going to get another chance to sing that a little bit when we sing along with the video. But that's all we're going to do right now, because I want to get right on to watching and hearing people in Nepal, India, Kenya singing this song, and Liberia as well. Okay, enjoy.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Okay.
We shall change our world today. Oh, deep in my heart, I believe we shall overcome someday.
Oh, very good. Oh, yeah, here we go.
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओ मनमा था विश्वास, पूरा था विश्वास, के लिए करना सक्छ सबै। Boys and girls are equal. Boys and girls are equal. Boys and girls are equal today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that boys and girls are equal.
The other thing about India that I'm very excited about, and this relates to actually my main topic of the program, which is Mother Earth, climate change, and youth activism. What a combo. Now, in India, you may know that farmers have been striking and protesting since November last year about some big agribusiness projects, big agriculture projects that Modi is wanting to get going in the country that are all based on large fossil fuel using corporations, fertilizer companies, and GMO companies like Monsanto that are making GMO, genetically modified seeds, and are requiring that farmers only use their seeds. Farmers are not allowed to use their own seeds as they have for centuries. And there's all kinds of ways that these big scale corporate policies are ruining the lives of farmers. And if you haven't heard about this, it's a pretty tragic story. There's been a lot of land lost. There's been a lot of suicides because farmers' whole way of life is being taken from them. So this huge protest has been going on for 9 months now in Delhi and around the country, including women farmers who had a big protest and demanded more representation in parliament. So it's happening. It's happening in India. Thank you, India, for standing up to these seemingly very powerful corporations. But I'll tell you, the power of the people united is much stronger. I truly believe this. So I want to tell you briefly about my son Matt, who came to Gandhi Camp with me, not as a camper, but with me when he was a very little boy. Out at Olima, he would sit out under one of those big, beautiful eucalyptus trees, and he would read and listen to stories or come in and sing a little bit. And it got into his bones, and he has happy memories of this camp. Now, he has become a farmer. He went to a great college, got a great degree, went into business for about a half a minute, and realized this is not for me. And he just looked, I think he just listened to his heart. He listened to the call of the universe and the planet. And he just felt like, what I need to be doing is doing something for the planet. So you remember I mentioned getting a call from the universe that I needed to sing. He got a call from the universe. And I think there are times in our lives, honestly, where we do. It's just a question of listening. Trusting it and listening. So anyway, long story short, he has become a regenerative agriculture guy. That means doing agriculture and ranching, because he's actually working with cattle to improve the soil rather than drain it, and store carbon in the soil rather than when you till the land, it releases all the stored carbon that goes up into the atmosphere. We don't want that. So there's a kind of farming now where you don't till the land, you just use your hoofs of your animals to kind of soften it up and press everything down. You don't use fertilizers, and it's a way of life now. I mean, this is his new life that he loves. So and he told me a wonderful story about Mother Earth that I want to pass on to you. And it's about seeds. He said that there are seeds that lie in the ground for many years, decades, sometimes even centuries, but they're not dead. They are sleeping. But in order to awaken them and for them to grow, a disaster has to happen. That's what happens with forest fires, is they release all these seeds that have been sleeping, and the heat and the disruption wakes them up and gets them going. Other disruptions can be a herd of animals coming through and just really disturbing the habitat, stirring things up. So disruption is a good thing because it releases hidden seeds. And I feel like that's what's going on right now, with the disruption of all the racial reckoning, the protests after George Floyd, the way people have just been rising up like never before. That's seeds coming up that we didn't even know we had in us. And the young people, Greta Tunberg, what's her name? Oh my God, you know it better than I do. Sunrise Movement. I'll find it. Anyway, she's an Indian, a child of Indian parents, and she is leading the Sunrise Movement of young people. These are seeds that are being evoked and awakened because of disruption and crisis. So seeds give me a lot of hope, and I want to sing with you a song about seeds. I'll sing you the little phrase, and then we'll do it together. I am a seed born out of darkness. All I need to help me grow is a little light, a little tenderness, an open sky, and the earth below. Why don't I teach it to you line by line? I'll sing it, you sing it back. First line, I am a seed born out of darkness. Try it. I am a seed born out of darkness. Here's my part. All I need to help me grow. Try it. All I need to help me grow is a little light, a little tenderness. Try that. Is a little light, a little tenderness, an open sky, and the earth below. Ready? An open sky, and the earth below. And I really kind of subscribe to the stumble along method of song singing together, which is do it wrong. Do it as wrong as can be, but do it, and little by little, it comes together, and it just kind of becomes, all of a sudden you own it. So trust that process and sing with me. First line, I am a seed born out of darkness. Here we go. I am a seed born out of darkness. All I need to help me grow is a little light, a little tenderness, open sky, an open sky, and the earth below. It'll be easier next time. Let's do it. I am a child. I am a child born out of darkness. All I need to help me grow is a little light, tenderness, a little tenderness, open sky, and the earth below. Is it getting better? Sounds great to me. I am a dream. I am a dream born out of darkness. All I need to help a little light tenderness, a little tenderness, open, an open sky, and the earth below. So we have to be foolish enough and brave enough to believe that what we dream is really possible, now more than ever. So right now we are watering the seeds of the future. I am the future, born out of darkness. All I need to help me grow is a little light, a little tenderness, an open sky, and the earth below. I am a seed, I am a seed, born out of darkness. All I need to help me grow is a little light, a little tenderness, an open sky, and the earth below. Just an open sky and the earth below. So a couple of the junior counselors and I, Arya and Shiana and Mohan, were chatting, trying out the Zoom a while ago, and they started requesting songs. And I had like my whole program planned, but they remember the good old days when they were young and at camp, and we were out in Olima, and that is just the best. That's just the best, that these songs live on in the heart as one gets older. So we're going to do a couple of those requests. And the first one is a song that I love, and I just didn't think of doing it, which is Compost Cake. And it is about the magic of the earth, which relates to the seeds and everything I've been talking about regeneration and the power of earth to turn something bad into something really good, to turn garbage into food. I mean, if the earth can do that, there's a lot of hope for this planet. So we're going to do Compost Cake. It's got a great chorus, and I'll get you on board when I get there. You take a little banana peel, leftovers from your last meal. Everything except the steak goes in a compost cake. Tea leaves and some coffee grounds, lettuce that is old and brown, shells from the eggs you had to break go in a compost cake. Here's the chorus. Yum, yum, a compost cake. Yum, yum, a compost cake. Only the earth knows how to bake a big, delicious compost cake. Next time that comes around, you sing with me. You put it in a great big pile, let it sit a long, long while. Sun and rain are what it takes to make a compost cake. It takes some dirt, it takes some leaves, and a little magic, I believe. Then one day it's finally baked into a compost cake. Let's sing it out. Yum, yum, a compost cake. Yum, yum, a compost cake. Only the earth knows how to bake a big, delicious compost cake. Now, if you're wondering, what has cake got to do with compost? Well, it's like this. I was invited to sing at a big garden festival decades ago, and they were celebrating compost, and one of the things they were going to do was make a compost cake. Now, that did not mean an oven, and it did not mean icing. What it meant was that they had this huge pile of beautiful black earth, soft and crumbly, just like chocolate cake. And they piled it up, and then they shaped it into a big birthday cake, like they squared off the top. And they may have put vegetables around it to decorate it. It was so cool. So that, and I wrote this song for that event. So that's the story. All right, here we go. Now, what do we do with that compost? Well, it goes like this. Plant your seeds and veggie starts. Use your muscle, use your hearts, use your hoe and use your rake. Spread your compost cake and watch the garbage that you threw into the pile come back to you in the freshest meal you'll ever make. All from a compost cake. Let's sing yum yum, yum yum, a compost cake, yum yum, a compost cake. Only the earth knows how to bake a big delicious one more, yum yum, a compost cake, yum yum, a compost cake. Woo! Only the earth knows how to make a big delicious compost cake. Yum yum. There you have it. Compost cake. So I want to honor a little bit more of the youth voices, these seeds that are exploding on our planet and bringing so much hope and so much leadership. Greta Tunberg, what's so exciting to me about her is, or one of the things that's so exciting, is that she's actually what they call neuroatypical, which is a really fancy way of saying her brain is put together a little bit differently than what is considered normal. She is on the spectrum of autism. I think she has some other things going on. And the gift of that is that she doesn't care what people think of her. She's not caught up in how she looks or whether she's popular or whether she's liked. Unfortunately, having brain differences often means kids don't get a lot of social approval and they get treated sometimes pretty badly. And that has created in her a human being with enormous courage and unflinching, say what needs to be said, don't worry what people think. She says, here's a quote from her, "We can't save the world by playing by the rules because the rules have to be changed. Everything needs to be changed, and it has to start today." She's quite young, as most of you know. I think you all know who Greta Toonberg is. She's probably in her late teens now, but she was quite young when she started out, 11, 12, when she first really heard about climate change and was like, whoa. In fact, she went into a depression, and then she became a speaking out person. She organized the Friday get out of school things, leaving school protests. And she has ended up speaking at the UN. And one of the things she said, and I've watched her, you maybe have too, look it up. Oof, it's so powerful. She says to the United Nations, "My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope? How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. Yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering." And then later she said, "I want you to act as if your house is on fire because it is." Go, Greta. Now, the Sunrise Movement, okay, it's Varshini Prakash. I'm so sorry I blew that earlier. It's not in my memory bank. She is one of the people who I think she was part of the occupation of Nancy Pelosi's office a couple of years ago about the Green New Deal. Very powerful young people's action. There was also 250 Kentucky high schoolers, I didn't know this, occupied Mitch McConnell's Senate office and got 35 arrests. Anyway, Varshini Prakash says, "Why do a bunch of 21-year-olds have to come and make this an actual national priority? We didn't ask to have the responsibility of protecting human civilization on our shoulders, but we're stepping up to the plate." I know we're all together on this, but I just really wanted to pass that on to you for encouragement and to encourage you to check out the Sunrise Movement if you haven't yet, and see how you can be even more active in your school, in your home, and as you get older in your job. Because right now, you don't have to become a farmer to make a difference. Right now, we need lawyers, engineers, nurses, teachers, what else? Software people who have consciousness and will make climate change a priority in the company you're working in. Take this to wherever you go and be an activist right there in your work when the day comes. You don't have to just be a farmer or to chain yourself to something to make a big difference. Thank you. So it used to be when I was a girl, we would put our hands on our hearts and stand up in class every morning and say a pledge. And it was a pledge to the United States and the flag of the United States. It seems so old-fashioned now. And I'm going to lead you in a new pledge. It's a pledge to Mother Earth, because I think we all know that national boundaries are less and less important because we're all breathing the same air, drinking the same water, trying to farm the land, keep the fish alive. It's a world now that we're in. We are not just in these little nation states. So this is based on a pledge that was written in a curriculum for elementary age kids called We Are Water Protectors. And it's a great curriculum if any of you are connected to elementary age youth or want to tell your teachers about it. If you are in elementary school, I can give you more information on that. But I took the pledge and I made it into a song. All right? So we are going to learn this together. And again, there's a lot of echoing, so it's not that hard. The first part is all together, so I'm going to sing it once, just a little part, and then I'm going to teach it to you one line at a time. Okay? Here it goes. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. I will treat the earth as my best friend and all her living beings. That is not so hard. So I know you're all warmed up now, so just jump right in. Let your voices ring. I'll do the line and then I'll point to you and you'll sing it back to me. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings, and all her living beings. I will treat the earth as my best friend. I will treat the earth as my best friend, and all her living beings, and all her living beings. And if any of you are the kind of folks who like to move, I encourage you to stand up if you're sitting, to move. This is a dancing song. It really is. I know I want to move when I'm singing it. And if you want to do stuff with your hands, like make an earth or, all her living beings, let's get into it. Because, this change we're going about on this planet involves not just our minds, not just our hearts, but our bodies, like people who are putting their bodies on the line to stop the pipelines, people who are chaining themselves to big equipment that's trying to dig up the earth, So let's get our bodies into this. All right, you ready? Sing it with me now. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. I will treat the earth as my best friend. I will treat the earth as my best friend and all her living beings. Let's do it again. Here we go. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. I will treat the earth as my best friend and all her living beings. Okay, I know you kind of got it. It's okay, we're going to move on. This is the easy part. I sing a line, you sing it right back to me. And that's not learning the song, that is the song. The echoes are part of the song. So from here on in, we're singing the song. Here we go. The winged ones, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged ones, the four-legged ones, the two-legged ones. That's us, right? Here we go. All right. Don't forget the plants. Don't forget the plants. Don't forget the trees. Don't forget the trees. The rivers and the lakes. The rivers and the lakes. The thunder and the breeze. Thunder and the... Let's do that again. And you know what? You can see I'm just going all over the place with my body. Join me in that. Here we go. The winged ones, the winged ones, the crawling ones, the crawling ones, the four-legged ones, the four-legged ones, the two-legged ones, the two-legged. Don't forget the plants. Don't forget the plants. Don't forget the trees. Don't forget the trees. The rivers and the lakes. The rivers and the lakes. The thunder and the breeze. Thunder. Here's the next part. Listen, and then we're going to learn it. Thunder and the breeze. I pledge to make this world a better place for plants, animals, and the whole human race. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. Sing that. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. Okay, so listen, this is how it goes. I pledge to make this world a better place. You try that. 1, 2, 3. I pledge to make this world a better place. Here's the next part. For plants, animals, and the whole human race. Ready? For plants, animals, and the whole human race. Okay, we're going to do that last part one more time. I pledge. 1, 2, 3. I pledge to make this world a better place for plants, animals, and the whole human race. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. I will do my best to honor Mother Earth and all her living beings. You got it. Yes. Boy, I feel so energized when I sing that song. I find that singing what I believe and what I really most want to be alive in my heart makes it stronger. It keeps it in my bones. Because I bet throughout the day or tomorrow or whatever, this song's going to come back to you. You're going to be kind of, all of a sudden, you're going to get that little part, I will do my best. Because that's how music works. It's a fantastic tool for helping hearts and minds focus on what they most need to focus on. You know. Thanks. Well, there's one other song that came up on the request list from your beloved junior counselors, and that is a song called Equanimity. Big word. Probably a lot of you know what it means. If you don't, it has to do with balance, and it has to do with emotional balance. Now, that's a hard thing to maintain when in a crisis, and we've been in a lot of crises this year, and I bet every single one of us has lost our emotional balance, gotten a little overdramatic or a little depressed or angry, and now things have been kind of hot at, like heated at times. I don't know about you, but in my house it has. So equanimity is a beautiful, beautiful reminder and practice to first breathe, come back to one's kind of body and just settle a little bit, and then try to open out to the big picture. Like, like this moment, this is a crisis, but it never ends there. There's always something afterwards. I have 2 quotes I really love. One of them says, don't put a period where God has put a comma. Like, we're like, oh, it's over. I do that. I listen to the news some days and I go, it's over. Give up, Don't put a period where God has put a comma, right? Like there's always more. And the other one really simply is it ain't over till it's over. And even then, it ain't over. And I live by that. I live by the fact that a forest fire is not the end of that forest. It is the releasing of incredible new life. A flood, horrible as it is, brings nutrients into the soil, changes landscapes, allows new habitat to flourish. We're in a big mystery here. So I'm going to give you this little song called Equanimity that I wrote many years ago for school children, young people. And I've got a newish verse for the COVID Mother Earth era of our lives. And of course, it has a chorus just for you. to sing along and also to breathe along. There's a little bit of breathing in this song. So we get to practice our pathway back to equanimity. Here we go. Well, I'm standing at the bus stop, just waiting for my mom. The driver left so long ago, I know there's something wrong. Panic starts arising, fear grips my mind, till I close my eyes, slow it down, take a breath and find. Okay, everyone who knows this, sing along. My equanimity, everything gonna be alright. Equanimity, I got balance deep inside. Equanimity, I don't have to fight or flight. I can breathe and be still. Let's everybody breathe. Trust all is well. Offer some calm to whatever's going on with equanimity. I'm sitting at my desk. It's time for the final big math test. I'm good at lots of other things, but math is not my best. My hands are cold and clammy. My brain is stuck like glue. So I close my eyes, take a really deep breath. Let's do it. And I tell myself what's true. Because you know how the brain talks to us a lot, like a lot. And it says all kinds of things. It says, wow, you're really popular. It says, ooh, you look really bad today. It says, so-and-so doesn't like you. It says, everybody likes me. It's all over the place, right? So when we get scared, the brain often starts sending messages like, oh, you're in big trouble. You're not going to get this. This is the beginning of the end. Like, you're really going to fail. Okay, now, those kind of thoughts do not help us think smart. They do not help us figure out a math problem, do they? They're totally demoralizing. So part of practicing equanimity is changing the messages we're sending each other with our brain. So, for example, in this song, the young person in this song says to herself, I'm smart, I can think, I can figure this out. So that's like, yeah, you know what? Not a failure. And then the last line is really important. And if I can't figure it out, it's only a test. Because, you know, we get kind of life and death. Stuff gets really big that isn't that big. So it's good to get perspective. It's good to pull the camera lens wider and see that this test is one thing in a long school career, right? So that's what that all means. I'm smart. I can figure this out. And if I can't, it's only a test. Let's sing. Equanimity. Everything gonna be all right. Equanimity. I got balance deep inside. Equanimity. I don't have to fight or flight. I can breathe and be still. Let's do that. Ooh. Trust all is well. Offer some calm to whatever's going on with equanimity. And this verse is something that, you know, we all have to deal with, which is kind of living in a consumer culture and beginning to get hooked on belongings and things and the latest this and the fanciest that. And it's such a lie. I mean, really, you all know, you know so well how the media just sells stuff to us that we don't need and tries to make us care about stuff that this isn't that important. So I hope this verse helps a little bit. My best friend got an iPad and the latest iPhone deal. My buddy had a birthday, got a 10-speed set of wheels. The kids next door have a swimming pool, a tennis court, and a yacht. Ugh. And I'm feeling sorry for myself. some equanimity. Sing it out. Everything gonna be alright. Equanimity. I got balance deep inside. Equanimity. I don't have to fight or flight. I can breathe and be still. Trust all is well. Offer some calm to whatever's going on with equanimity. And here is a new verse for 2021. Well, it's been a year of chaos, of fear and loss and grief. But lately I've been feeling we are turning a new leaf. But who knows what's around the bend and how the earth can heal. Sometimes all I know is take a breath. Let's do it. Whew. 'Cause more will be revealed. That's equanimity. Everything gonna be alright. Loud and proud. Equanimity. I got balance deep inside. Equanimity. I don't have to fight or flight. Do you know what that means? Yeah, you probably do. So we have this brain, right? And we've got this really old brain that's been around since we were crawling out of the muck as amphibians. And then we've got this higher developed brain that sort of developed over many millions of years that has like thinking and analyzing and logic and all that good stuff. But that reptilian brain, that early brain, it is really primitive. And when it gets scared, when there is danger, it only knows a couple of things to do. One is fight, get aggressive, go toward it. The other is run like crazy. Not a bad maneuver. And then there's freeze, which is unfortunately when you don't know what to do and you freeze, and then bad things can happen there too. So that's what fight or flight means. Equanimity and breathing and centering help us to not get caught in that momentary impulse to get aggressive or to panic or to just freeze. So there you have it. Let's start with equanimity. Equanimity. Everything gonna be alright. Equanimity. I got balance deep inside. Equanimity. I don't have to fight or flight. I can breathe and be still. Trust all is well. Offer some calm to whatever's going on with equanimity. Equanimity. Agree? So we're going to close with one last song together. And this is one that I wrote after being in Australia years ago, decades ago. And I visited some Greenpeace folks who are, as you know, earth activists, one of the first direct action earth activists. They go out in boats and stop whaling boats from, killing whales and dolphins. And they do a lot of really brave stuff out on the open seas and more. Anyway, so I visited them up in the rainforests of northern New South Wales in Australia. And they told me about a protest that had happened there because a logging company and a building company was trying to cut a big road through the rainforest, major, almost like a highway through it. Don't remember the details. It's a long time ago. But there was lots of petitions. There was lots of protest from both Aboriginal people and earth activists, Western white earth activists. And nothing worked. They could not stop this thing. And this is such a common story. It's like trying to stop the pipelines, trying to stop Enbridge, trying to stop the tar sands. It's very, very hard to do it through government channels, the nice peaceful way everybody wants it to be done. So earth activists, as I said, have to put our bodies on the line. So what these protesters did was they snuck in at night and they chained themselves to concrete blocks, or they put, sorry, they dug a big hole at the edge of where the big bulldozer was about to go through. And they buried themselves down in the earth, feet first, with their feet attached to concrete blocks and their heads right at the level of the earth. And that way they were almost at the blade of this, I forget what you call those things, but one of those diggers. It's really chilling. I saw pictures of it. Wow, what a sight. Talk about putting your body in the earth, for the earth, on the line. So that gave birth to this song, and to honoring also the Aboriginal people's relationship to the earth. So much like our Indigenous folks who have a living, breathing, loving relationship with the earth that I was never raised with as a white American. So anyway, here we go. This has got some really fun stuff in it for you. And I think I'll just, when I get there, I'll just show you what to do. It's called One Family, One Home. Some people bury their heads in the sand. I'm gonna bury my tail. Chain my foot to a concrete root. Gonna wait till they take me to jail. Wait till they take me to jail. Now that part you can sing. Every last line of the verse, you can sing it. I'll do it again. Wait till they take me to jail. Wait till they take me to jail. All right. I ain't gonna wait to be 6 feet under to bury my bones in the clay. Swing low, sweet paddy wagon, coming for to carry me away. Sing that. Coming for to carry me away. And if you've never heard the expression paddy wagon, that's another name for a police van coming to arrest you and take you away. All right. Well, it's cold and it's damp down here in the ground, chills me through and through, but it's home to the critters burrow in the earth. I guess it's my home too. Sing that. I guess it's my home too. Sing it again. I guess it's my home too. Now here's the fun part. 'Cause there's life, life, life in the tree. There's life, life, life in the stone. There's life in you and me. One family, one home. One family, one home. So did you get any ideas of what your part is in this? You might have guessed that when I sing life, I want you to raise your fist high, jump up if you want to, and sing life. You don't have to sing it, just shout it. We are here standing for life, singing for life. So I go, 'cause there's a life, and you go, life, right? And then we all sing, life in the trees, there's life, life, life in the stone, there's life, life in you and me. And then sing with me, one family, one home, one family, one home. Okay, we try it one more time. There's life, life, life in the trees. There's life, life, life in the stone. There's life, you and me. One family, one home, one family, one home. You got it. Now these ancient trees were standing here when the first white foot touched ground. White fella marveled at the scenery, then he settled into tearing it down. Sing it. Settled into tearing it down. The next verse says, the people of the dreaming felt the blow. That's the Aboriginal people whose sense of time and place are very different than Western. It has a lot to do with what animals dreamed the space that they now live in. And the people of the dreaming felt the blow, heard the silence scream. Tell me, where will the spirits dwell? Where will we find our dream? Where will we find our dream? 'Cause there's life. 'Cause there's a life, life, life in the trees. There's life, life, life in the stone. There's life, life in you and me. One family, one home. Sing it. One family, one home. If we tear the green lungs off of the earth, carve away her crust, we'll be cutting the ground from under our feet, choking on the dust, choking on the dust. So it's two-legged, four-legged, winged and fin, the rock and the willow bough. We're strung together in a mighty chain. We're all endangered now. Sing it. All endangered now. But there's life, life, life in the tree. There's life, life, life in the stone. There's life in you and me. One family, one home. Sing it out. One family, one home. Keep singing. Family, one home. Keep singing. One family, one home. Keep singing. Family, the rock and the willow. Family, the trees and the dreaming. Family, the willow and the rock. Family, one family of you and me. One family, one home. Oh yeah. And that really is what I've got to say. One family, one home. Let's do this. Thank you, Gandhi Camp. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your energy, your youth, those of you who are young. Thank you, you elders, for being so faithful to Gandhi's vision, so faithful to the promise of young people who have changed the world many times and will again. And I'm grateful to have the chance to be with you. And I hold you in my heart. It's a hard future we've left for you, but it's a future with so many possibilities and so much unknown forces that will come to our aid. The seeds, the mycelium, the fungus, the spirits. The planet is on the side of life, and we are on the side of the planet. So there's plenty of hope. Namaste.